What occurs when a superstar athlete confronts a potentially career-ending injury? For Dwight Howard, this was not just a fleeting moment. It marked a significant turning point in his life and career. During a seemingly ordinary practice session, he suddenly felt an excruciating pain radiating through his back. This sharp discomfort was not just a minor setback. It was a clear signal that something was gravely wrong. As Dwight grappled with this alarming realization, he found himself on the brink of a tumultuous journey, one that would challenge not only his physical capabilities, but also his mental fortitude and unwavering commitment to his team. The injury set into motion a series of events that would test his resilience, forcing him to confront the harsh realities of professional sports and the fragility of an athlete's career. In that pivotal moment, Dwight understood that he was faced with more than just physical pain. He was about to navigate a landscape filled with uncertainty, doubt, and the pressing question of whether he could return to the game he loved. This experience would ultimately redefine his outlook on not only his career, but also the importance of loyalty and perseverance in the face of adversity. The entire ordeal commenced during what was supposed to be a standard practice session. As Dwight soared into the air for a powerful dunk, an unexpected and searing pain jolted through his back, catching him completely off guard. In that instant, I knew something was terribly amiss, he reflects, the memory still vivid in his mind. The gravity of the situation struck him like a thunderbolt. This was far beyond a mere tweak or minor discomfort. A wave of frustration engulfed him, overwhelming his thoughts as he contemplated the implications of this injury. The looming playoffs were just around the corner, and the weight of responsibility he felt towards his teammates intensified. Each passing second felt like an eternity as he grappled with the reality that his aspirations for the season could be slipping away. The dreams of championship glory began to fade, replaced by a haunting uncertainty about his future on the court. In that moment, Dwight was not just an athlete facing physical pain. He was a leader confronting the possibility of letting down those who depended on him the most. Following a comprehensive examination, the diagnosis became unmistakable. Dwight had suffered a herniated disc. The medical team laid out the facts with clarity, detailing the seriousness of his condition. They emphasized that, given the extent of the injury, surgery might be the only viable solution to restore his health and enable him to return to the game he loved. It was an incredibly difficult reality to accept, Dwight confessed, his voice tinged with emotion. The prospect of undergoing surgery loomed over him like a dark cloud, stirring up a whirlwind of anxiety and apprehension. He found himself wrestling with the daunting fear of potentially missing the remainder of the season, a time when every game counted and his team needed him the most. The thought of being sidelined, unable to contribute to his teammates' efforts and dreams, weighed heavily on his heart. As he processed the information, a mix of frustration and sadness washed over him. Dwight knew that this was more than just a physical setback. It was a pivotal moment that could alter the trajectory of his career. The uncertainty of recovery timelines and the challenges of rehabilitation began to fill his mind, leaving him to wonder if he would ever again step onto the court at the peak of his abilities. As the playoffs approached, the pressure mounted, and the decision loomed large in Dwight's mind. He felt an immense weight on his shoulders, knowing how critical this time of year was for his team. "I wanted to be there for my teammates," he expressed, his voice filled with a deep sense of loyalty and commitment. He reflected on the journey that had brought him to this point, the team that had taken a chance on him when he was just an 18-year-old rookie, full of potential but untested in the high-stakes world of professional basketball. Dwight's thoughts drifted to the countless hours spent training together, the camaraderie forged through shared victories and defeats, and the dreams they all held of making a championship run. The idea of letting them down weighed heavily on his heart. He imagined the disappointment in their eyes if he couldn't contribute, and it fueled his determination to push through the pain. However, as the days passed and the discomfort in his back intensified, the reality became increasingly undeniable. The sharp, nagging pain that had initially been manageable now served as a constant reminder of the severity of his injury. With each passing practice, he found it harder to ignore the limitations that were beginning to affect his performance and overall well-being. It became clear that surgery was not just an option, it was a necessity. The thought of undergoing such a procedure was daunting. Yet Dwight understood that it was the only path that might lead to his recovery and eventual return to the court. He knew that making this decision would ultimately be the best choice for both himself and his team, even if it meant sacrificing his immediate presence during the playoffs. In that moment of clarity, he resolved to prioritize his long-term health and future in the game over the short-term pain of missing out on the playoffs. On the day of the surgery, Dwight was engulfed by a whirlwind of emotions, a complex blend of anxiety and hope swirling within him. As he prepared to enter the operating room, he couldn't shake the nervousness that gripped him. "I just wanted to get it over with," he admitted, his voice tinged with apprehension. The anticipation of the procedure weighed heavily on his mind, yet he held onto a flicker of optimism, bolstered by the reassuring words of his doctor. The medical team had been thorough in their explanations, detailing every step of the surgery and what he could expect during the recovery process. Their confidence in the procedure provided him with a sense of comfort amid the uncertainty. As he lay on the hospital bed, Dwight recalled the doctor's encouraging remarks, emphasizing that this surgery could very well be the turning point in his journey, a pivotal moment that would set the stage for his return to the court. As the anesthesia began to take effect, he felt a sense of calm wash over him. He envisioned the possibilities that lay ahead, the thrill of playing again, the camaraderie with his teammates, and the chance to contribute to his team's success in the future. The intricate nature of the surgery was not lost on him, but he trusted in the expertise of the medical professionals around him. When he finally awoke post-surgery, the first thing he felt was an overwhelming sense of relief. The procedure had gone smoothly, and the medical team was optimistic about his recovery. As he slowly regained consciousness, Dwight was filled with a renewed sense of determination. He understood that this was just the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter that would require patience, hard work, and resilience. He was ready to embrace the challenges ahead, knowing that he was one step closer to reclaiming his place on the basketball court. Recovery was far from easy. It was a challenging journey that tested Dwight's physical and mental limits. The road ahead was lined with grueling rehabilitation sessions that demanded every ounce of his strength and resilience. Each day brought its own set of challenges, and Dwight found himself pushing through intense pain and fatigue with an unwavering determination to return to the court. "There were days I wanted to give up," he confessed, reflecting on the struggles he faced during this arduous process. The relentless discomfort often made him question whether he would ever regain his former athletic prowess. Yet, amid the darkest moments, the unwavering support from his teammates and trainers proved to be a lifeline. Their encouragement and belief in his potential served as a constant reminder of why he was fighting so hard. They cheered him on during his toughest days, reminding him that he was not alone in this battle. Every small victory during his rehabilitation felt monumental. Simple achievements, such as managing to complete a calf raise or taking a few steps without assistance, became significant milestones in his recovery journey. Each accomplishment, no matter how trivial it may have seemed to others, filled Dwight with a renewed sense of hope and motivation. He celebrated these moments, recognizing that they were crucial steps toward regaining his strength and returning to the game he loved. As the weeks turned into months, Dwight learned to appreciate the process of recovery itself. He began to understand that it was not just about the end goal of getting back on the court. It was also about the growth, resilience, and mental fortitude he was developing along the way. The experience taught him invaluable lessons about perseverance and the importance of leaning on those around him. With each passing day, he grew more determined to overcome the obstacles in his path, fueled by the unwavering support of his team and the desire to prove that he could rise again, stronger than ever. Finally, the long-awaited day arrived when Dwight could step back onto the court, and the atmosphere was nothing short of electric. The arena buzzed with excitement as fans filled the stands, their cheers echoing off the walls in a symphony of support for their hero. This moment was not merely a return to basketball. It symbolized a remarkable journey of resilience and determination that had brought him to this pivotal point in his career. As he walked onto the hardwood, the familiar sights and sounds enveloped him, rekindling memories of countless games played and victories earned. The roar of the crowd sent a surge of adrenaline through his veins, reminding him of the passion that had driven him throughout his career. In that instant, all the struggles, pain, and sacrifices faded into the background, replaced by an overwhelming sense of purpose and belonging. "This is what I've fought for," Dwight thought to himself, feeling the weight of the moment settle on his shoulders. He had endured grueling rehabilitation sessions, faced self-doubt, and navigated the uncertainty of his future, all of which had led him back to this very moment. As he took a deep breath, he could feel the energy of the fans igniting a fire within him. "I felt alive again," he exclaimed, his heart racing with excitement as he embraced the thrill of the game he loved. With every dribble of the ball and every movement on the court, he rediscovered the joy that had initially drawn him to basketball. The camaraderie with his teammates was palpable as they rallied around him, celebrating his return as a collective triumph. Each play became a testament to his resilience, and every point scored felt like a victory not just for him, but for everyone who had supported him along the way. As the game unfolded, Dwight played with a renewed vigor, channeling all his hard work and dedication into every moment on the court. He was determined to prove that he was back, not just physically but mentally and emotionally as well. This comeback was more than just a personal achievement. It was a powerful reminder that with perseverance and support, one could rise from adversity stronger than before. The cheers of the fans echoed in his heart, fueling his passion and solidifying his place as a true warrior in the world of sports. Dwight Howard's journey from injury to recovery is a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of an athlete's career. In the face of adversity, he found strength and support, proving that sometimes the greatest victories come from within. As he continues to play, one thing is clear: his story is far from over.